I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah, that's when you
I just wanted to sing too.
That's when you don't talk.
Okay, sorry. I'll shut up.
Maybe women should like learn a little bit about where they belong. Thank you. What if you just don't jump?
A guy just got in trouble with that. You know Cam Newton, the football player?
Yeah.
He just got in trouble today because, let me pull it up. Let me get his exact quote because I don't want to misquote him.
Oh, you have to jump on it. Dude, this is like...
hard.
This is like a superhero moment where you jump over the thing and land back on the car. You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be sick. Okay, what did he say?
What, some woman joke?
Oh, yeah, he criticized... So, according to ESPN... Free agent quarterback Cam Newton under fire for comments about women who don't know when to be quiet.
Hey!
Okay, but here's the thing. Like, what's different about him saying women or just saying people? Because this is true of a lot of people.
No, he says right here, he says, he complained about women who can't cook and don't know when to be quiet.
Okay, there's a little bit of a difference there.
He says, now a woman, for me, is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bee, I'm this, I'm that. No, baby, but you can't cook. You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
He's about to make a song where he's like, I wish women would just shut up and make me a sandwich.
Oh, that is a problem. There's no way for you to get ahead of that I know of.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, because if you jump... Oh,
nicely done.
That's it. So push it back as far as you can.
That was actually... Oh, stop. Yeah.
Just go.
Jump up. Nicely done.
No, well, yeah.
Oh,
wait, why did we stop it then?
sorry, I fell.
Idiot. You don't know when to be quiet. Go cook something.
Go make a sandwich.
No, here's the thing. Yeah, it'll be much slower, so you should be able to... I don't know. I'm worried here. Oh, that's the issue. Wait, how far back can you send it?
Can you time it so that you jump up, hit it, and then it hits it basically at the same time and undoes it? You know what I mean?
don't know, dude.
Oh, okay.
How far back can you take it? Oh, no, because that's electrified. I forgot.
Okay. So if you, jump up.
I have a comment, though.
Yeah. I'm commenting in support of Cam Newton.
No. Hold that.
Oh.
Okay, so if a woman said that about a man, though, would it be... I know I'm not trying to do a whataboutism completely here, because a lot of times those are just douchey and not helpful. But, like, if a woman did say that about a man, would people be writing articles about it? I guess that's my question.
No. I would say highly unlikely, yeah.
So then who cares? Oh, because of the patriarchy. Yeah, look, here's the thing. You go by these systems of power for your entire...
Oh.
Well, that was epic. And the head's gone. Oh, the dick.
Oh!
Nice.
So, you go by these systems of power for your ideology with this, right? Like, if you talk about the patriarchy, I don't think in good conscience, and I know I'm almost going towards no true Scotsman with this, but I don't think in good conscience you can talk about the patriarchy and not identify racial issues, right? Like, if you are social justicely accepting the patriarchal rule... Don't you almost have to accept racial rule stuff, too? Like, where it's like, white people abuse this power and that power and that. And then it gets into this issue of like, well, then as a white woman, who are you to criticize the patriarchy? Because that put you in a position above black women. And then for black women, it's like, well, who are you to criticize, I don't know, let's say, like, slavery when you had it easier in slavery than black men did? Or, you know what I mean? You start getting into all these, like, very weird... distinctions to try and see who is the biggest like victim. Of history. And it's not good because like there's always going to be someone with it like worse off than you. Will Smith does not face the day-to-day issues even as a black man that I face as a white man with, very little income who lives with my mom. He just doesn't.
Sure.
You can say he does. You can, like, trick yourself into that. But he doesn't. You know what I mean? Like, he's not going to go out and people are going to be like, you stupid N-word or anything. Yeah. Like, no one's going to do that to Will Smith. Even if someone does that to some other black guy, he's not getting that right now. Maybe he did when he was poor.
Listen, and I would assume with Will Smith, too, it wouldn't even make him mad.
He'd
now, you make one joke about his wife being bald, I think you're probably in some real trouble here.
Yeah. He would just slap the racism right out of you.
Or...
jump. Nice.
You could bang his wife, and I think he'd be just fine. You would smooth that over.
I don't know who would want to, though. It's like, I don't know, making love with a bowling ball on legs.
Wow!
Why'd you
It's
say
like
she has
going
no
to
hair?
G.I. Jane's house, yo.
Oh, wait, what was that? Ow! Stop! Will! Ow! Will! Whoa! Will Daddy! Yeah! Whoa! Will Daddy!
Oh, Will!
I love the slap, dude. The slap. If I was Chris Rock, I would have immediately bent over and turned it into the clap. No, but seriously, like, it's...
Hey, yo, Tyrone, you want this?
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's one of those things with this methodology. I'm not saying you can't acknowledge those wrongs in history and places where people got shortchanged and mistreated and stuff. But what I'm saying is, like, when you get into this stuff where it's like, it's not okay for a man to say that about women, but it is okay for women to say men are like idiots who never open up emotionally and always talk about sports and video games and their man children and all this other shit. You know?
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting into a point where it's like, well, how about, isn't it just not okay to be a dick? Like, whether you're a man or a woman? Like, why is this one the problem? But a boss bitch saying the opposite of that, you know, like about some man about like a boy toy or something, no one would care.
I
Right.
just kind of think it's not okay in general to, like, get up on a stage and slap someone as well.
Well, we're not talking about that, but we're talking about people just being a dick about race and gender.
Oh, yeah, that too, but, like, if you have the opportunity to, like, get on
Can you
a sta-
stop moving that around?
If you have, like, the opportunity to get on a stage and slap someone, I just think you shouldn't. Also, jump off that ledge while it's still upright.
Yeah, but that...
Yes!
Jill, you're taking a minor example that has nothing to do with what we're talking
I
about.
was just kidding around.
No, absolutely not.
No.
Sorry.
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
draw the
jump
line.
onto the
Hey,
ledge
Cam,
over
get
there.
in here. We got someone who needs to be quiet. Cook Cam something now.
Don't be mean to me.
You don't be mean to Cam. He worked a hard day.
Yeah, I don't think you
You gonna cook him something or not?
get it.
No, seriously though, like it's just one of those things where I think the bar has to be at the same place. Like, if we're gonna go there where it's like this is an issue what he said, well then why is it not an issue that like we've got Cardi B out here bragging about like roofing guys and she's a
Yeah.
boss
Yeah,
bitch
yeah.
for it, or we've got like all these like Amber Heard where we've got literal tapes coming out about her saying no one will believe you're the victim and
And,
stuff.
like, ruining
And-
Johnny Depp's finger.
but like
Yeah,
that's
that's messed up.
fine, but like he's the problem. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
like,
what
Yeah.
the fuck is up with
it,
that one?
it reminds me of Me Too, where it's an overcorrection. Like it's designed to try and
Oh,
be
jump,
a good thing,
jump.
and I genuinely think there are people out there that are trying to use it as a good thing.
Uh-huh.
But then there's a bunch of people weaponizing it for personal gain. You know, like so they hide behind something like say being a woman, and they say like, well, look at me, and it's not actually about the being the woman thing. It's about me getting attention.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
people do that with all these systems of control, I
Oh,
think.
good job. I was gonna.
Hey,
try
that might
to
be an
do
Easter
that.
egg.
Good job. Good job.
Yes.
You know, all these systems of control, I genuinely think people do that where it was a problem, and there still are problems.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are places where women are underpaid. That is illegal, by the way. When you hire a man and a woman to do the exact same job, you pay the woman less.
Yes.
That is federally illegal.
It is. Yeah.
There are places where it does happen, under the table. And that is a discussion. You know, that's a discussion. But then you conflate that with, like, different jobs, where it's like, oh, you are a senior analyst and I'm a junior analyst and I'm a woman and I'm paid less. Maybe you're paid less because you're the junior
You're
analyst.
junior, not senior yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you kind of get
No,
into...
it's because you're a woman.
That's it, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You get into these things where you start conflating real issues with made-up issues for your own attention. And it's ridiculous. Like, you know what people should do when Cam Newton says something like that? Laugh at him.
Yeah, tell
Like that-
them that's like stupid.
That's really what it is, because like there is, and I don't even dislike the guy, but there's a line in the Bible. I don't remember what it is. It's also a Chinese proverb as well, but it's basically like you should allow a fool to talk because they'll expose their own foolishness.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You know, you don't cancel people for it. You don't take out their ability to talk. You don't make 500,000 articles about it and be like, this is why this guy shouldn't have a job, or this is why it's like, no, you allow that foolishness to speak for itself. And if people agree with him, well, then maybe it's not foolishness, but clearly people don't agree, right?
jeez.
So what's the issue here? People just point and laugh and move on.
And that's it. It doesn't have to be. And that's the thing. It's a whole different. It's a whole big story too. And yeah,
I think I know what to do.
do I have to push this down at all? Do you think?
Well, I don't know. Do you
I think you jumped
trust
down
you.
there.
I was gonna say to do this and then. Oh, okay. Oh.
That was good.
Nice. Ow!
Yeah, you're on the right track. I don't know. I don't mean to be preachy about that at all.
I didn't think you were being preachy. I thought you had good stuff to say there.
I just think people kind of overcorrect for the wrongs of history and turn it into worse than it had to be, you know, or like worse now than it has to be. It's like instead of fixing it, it's like I've seen people do this with. This is gonna get me in trouble probably, but I've seen select people do this with Black Lives Matter too, where it's like now it's no longer about wait, can you get it to shoot the other gun?
That's what you want, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
get
destroy
it to
it.
shoot the other gun.
Yeah, and get it to destroy it.
That's a good idea.
That is one thing I've seen some people do with Black Lives Matter, where it's like now it's not about fixing it; it's about now it's our turn to be in charge. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't think that that's the same as like
It shot the other gun. It didn't do anything.
it's flickering though.
Yeah, it's good. You gotta smoke it now.
Yeah.
Do you think I have to make it again?
Yes.
You know,
Okay.
that's to me that's different than now it's time for equality. That's like now you want to be the douche.
Right.
You know, and that's kind of my issue with all this stuff is I feel like people have weaponized it where you can't make a joke. Like even if he was joking, I'm sure he was serious probably. But let's give him the benefit of the doubt and
I
say
accidentally
he
died.
was joking. Nobody would care.
Right.
It would still be just as offensive. And it doesn't matter. Context is gone.
Intentions are gone too, and that's I think that's part of the problem too. Is like people who are genuinely good people aren't allowed to make even a sarcastic joke in jest like that. Like even saying a joke now of like women in the kitchen or anything like that is immediately cancelable almost.
Right, you're
Or
a
even-
horrible person.
Yeah, or even if you're like in the workplace, or even like, and that's the problem too, is like, even if you're not on Twitter, if you're somewhere in the workplace, if you're somewhere that would jeopardize you in any capacity, it's so quick and easy to then just for them to go to HR. That's probably a fireable offense, at the very least, a real big slap on the wrist. And that's the thing too, is like, I don't know, maybe don't make those jokes in the workplace, but still.
Well,
There's
intention should matter.
Intention should matter, and there's no room for error ever. Even if it's not even error. Like, you could argue that's not error, I'm just making a joke. But that joke is taken completely out of context. And there's a time and a place, obviously, but...
Well, let's even say it is an error. Like, let's give them that. Let's say it is an error, and the context of the joke doesn't matter. It's just wrong that you made it. Okay, fine. Well, then isn't your whole ideology about growing? Like, that's what it was always supposed to be about, is like, better yourself. Like the whole hashtag be better. Or, you know, hashtag me too, all that stuff. It's supposed to be about accountability and people moving on either from trauma they had or something bad they did or any of this stuff. But we don't let people move on. Like, it's not allowed. But T knows what to do.
I think I get it.
You just
I think I
got
get it.
His name is
clocked.
Tyler.
Sorry.
Shoot.
Tedutrius.
That's
That's a Greek name.
That
Tessa.
feels a lot better.
Oh, Tessa Thompson, man. Now that is an angel. Anyways, but yeah, no, the intention is gone. It doesn't matter. And even if you have, you could be the nicest guy ever, the best person ever, and it doesn't matter to anybody. It's weird, though, because these people are cannibalizing themselves now. Like, they're canceling each other and, like, going after each other.
Oh.
Like, you see Hollywood imploding on
That
itself.
was so smart.
Where, like,
thank you so much.
everybody is the bad guy now. Even people who were an ally 5 years ago are now, like, the Satan of misogyny, basically.
Like, look
or
at Kevin
whatever.
Hart, like a simple, like, not a simple comedian, but he's just a comedian making jokes. They went back 10 years and made it so that he couldn't host the Oscars anymore.
Well, and here's the thing, like, this is the problem with all these conflicting ideologies, is I could just as easily, I could take that to a logical, natural place and say, well, those are just jokes, it should be fine. Or I could just take that and say, why are you trying to bring a black man down? I mean,
It's very
seriously.
easy to do. Yeah.
So like what, you know what I mean? So like then it gets to, well, do we ignore what this person did because they're this person or this thing? And then we're back to the same thing we had before, like back in like the time of slavery and stuff, where you're like, oh, well, this white person killed a black person, but it was a white person who did it. So it didn't happen.
And, you know, there's
know?
also the thing where it's a completely different world than it was 10 years ago. I probably said some dumb shit 10 years ago when I was 10 years old.
My social media is gone. Good luck finding that.
You know, but, like,
Mine's scrubbed.
we also...
Is it really?
Yeah, oh yeah, I can't imagine how many bad things I dropped.
We also had this stupid stuff, 10 years ago. Everybody did. It was a different environment then. We shouldn't hold it over people's heads when people can change.
I was talking to my brother about this, and he was talking about how when he was in high school, because he's much older than me, this is my brother-in-law married to my sister, he was talking about how everything was gay. Like, they always said gay as an insult.
We said that in middle school.
Oh,
even.
oh yeah, but when he was in high school even and stuff, it was anything that was dumb that's gay. And what he said about it was literally nobody ever thought that is homosexual and likes penis.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that. It just, to them, was a synonym for dumb.
Now jump up the ladder.
And you can certainly say, well, it shouldn't have been, but like the context of that is none of those people were homophobic for that. It was just that word was in a different context at that time, whether it should have been or not. But now if somebody slips up, let's say some boomer said that because they said it in high school or something, it's like, let's kill the guy.
Right.
It's very much an overreaction to things that, how much do they really matter, I guess? And people will say, well, they matter to gay people. It's like, but don't bigger things matter to gay people? Like equal rights, that was a big thing. And now that they got marriage rights, I don't know, are there any, maybe there is, maybe there's not, but is there a discrepancy on being male or female partners and getting tax breaks? Those are the kinds of issues I would think you'd care about. Mm-hmm. Not like some dumbass said some word.
Yeah.
Like it's not kryptonite to you. It shouldn't like bring you to your knees.
No. And I think, that's the problem too, is it's become there's always something to be upset about, always something to be, I need to be mad about something. I think that's the problem with Twitter, is that it's just a festering cesspool of, like, it's kind of like an echo chamber where people just kind of feed off of that over and over again. And if they don't have that, they have nothing to do. So it's like we've got to find something to talk about. Got to find something to get retweets about.
Someone to cancel.
Reddit is doing this too now. Reddit is becoming more and more like that. Where like
that's why I don't even go to the news page. I stay on my For You page and look at my memes of like the Raimi memes, the Star Wars memes, and my dank memes, and then I stay completely away from the politics side.
I'm telling you, even reading like the comments, it's just horrible. Like I saw Jill and I were talking about this in like the Fallout 76 subreddit, which I think I'm still a member of, but I rarely ever talk in there. When I do, it's like a new post and it's like a new player and I'll say something positive to them. Otherwise I don't, because like you'll see people telling each other to kill themselves, like as an insult, or like trying to like attack each other and like shit on each other all the time and stuff. I mean, you see this all the time in these things. And then you have these moderators for these different boards who, it sounds so mean because I have moderators for my Discord, so I'm not trying to say everyone's like this. But a lot of the times these types who become moderators, they're people who either don't have a job or they have a job, but it's not recognized in real life. So like they're finding their sense of recognition and power through a power structure of something like Reddit or Discord or whatever, just somewhere that gives them power. And it's pretty bad, like you'll just see all these people where they'll look the other way because some certain person they like did X, Y, or Z, but they won't look the other way when someone they didn't like did it, or they will police selectively users or topics and ignore others and stuff. And it's just so biased. It's become bad. Like I don't even think maybe it was, but I don't think Reddit was like that 5 years ago.
And also, like, you kind of get kicked out of a lot of these communities if you don't think one specific way in terms of politics.
Or even a game or whatever. Like if I went in the Dark Souls community, now I wouldn't go in here and like shit all over the game. I love it anyway. But if I went in the Dark Souls community and I said something like the opposite of the accepted norm, like something like, well, I think Ornstein's a stupid character and Gwyn is a horrible character, but I love these games. It's like you'd get shit all over because like people are so stuck in their one opinion, or if you went into Fallout 76 one,
and nobody else can have a different opinion because you're wrong.
Right, exactly. It's just bad, and I really don't think Reddit used to be like that. I mean, 4chan was as a joke, but like most of the people on 4chan, they're not bad people, they're memers. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're not really trying to bully anybody, they're making jokes, like Pepe and shit. Like, it's just fun, pretty harmless stuff. I'm not saying nothing bad's happened there, but it's not like a criminal underworld like some people make it out to be. But
I think Telephone needs help with this.
Oh, it does.
I am lost.
Do you know how to do it?
I don't know, but I thought I'd give it a try since like you've been doing the same thing
I would
over
beg
and
you,
over.
yes.
Oh, you should leave.
Yeah, dang it.
I don't know. At the end of the day, I just think like all this stuff has become way too much echo chambery.
It has, dude, and it's become to a point where it's like it's just, I think it's just overall bad for society, to be honest with you, because then that does definitely trickle over, because you can tell the media obviously has a view into like the news and how people consume content. They see on Twitter that this is what entertains people and this is what is good for people as far as catching their eyes and their attention. So then what they do is they see that. It's so easy to then produce content based off of that to get people mad. And that's why you have the extremes of Fox and CNN, because they see what's happening on Twitter is very polarizing, it creates emotion, creates that anger, and then all of a sudden you've got viewership, and it's extreme viewership.
Oh yeah, and people are very, very ready to be angry too. Like I know I made a joke about Trump in a Elden Ring part. And there was a guy who thought that we were referring to Joe Biden, I guess, because I just said the president as a joke in the title. And the guy was like, dude, fuck Joe Biden. It's like, dude, we never mentioned Joe Biden.
Yeah,
like,
the entire part he's talking about Donald
Like,
Trump.
why are you
Like,
mad?
it's a joke.
Like, literally.
Like, he makes Donald Trump impressions.
If anything, my Trump impression was just funny. It probably made him sound like a nice guy. And, like, said nothing pro-Biden. Like, it said nothing pro-anybody.
But he took it
you're
immediately.
mad.
Yeah, because
people don't read, they don't listen, they don't do anything. It's just like, this is my world. I'm the main character of life. Fuck everyone around me who thinks differently. They're all NPCs and don't matter. That's how people genuinely think now.
Yeah.
It's just, it's toxic and horrible. And these online circles really, they turn into a huge circle jerk that perpetuates that narcissism.
Oh,
I genuinely believe.
And and that's the problem, is it gets like encouraged in that too. That's why people like it. That's why it keeps going. Is you see the hundreds of thousands of retweets on these things, and then that's constant reaffirming that you don't get in real life for saying these crazy things. Because you don't. Like if you go over to like the local restaurant and say these things, everyone's uncomfortable. Yeah, and like everyone's like, well, what are you doing? That's super weird. But then if you go and do this on Reddit or Twitter or wherever, and you get all these likes, it's like all of this affirmation that I'm doing the right thing, I'm saying the right thing, this is good, I should keep doing this. And it's kind of like a negative thing that just kind of builds on itself. And then it seems to feed, and it's this giant mess of consuming anger and nonsense and things that don't even make sense half the time.
Oh yeah.
It's a weird cycle.
I keep the social media I need for work. I deleted my personal social media from before. I can't tell you like how much just more at peace I am the days I don't even look at it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And yet you have people living on it and living off of it.
And then you have a lot of these, like, new age girls who are like, oh, I'm so into witchcraft and peace. And then they're, like, canceling people on Twitter left and right.
That's actually true. And
that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
I don't know. So, T, you have to leave.
Yes.
I think that... So, Jill, can you wait a minute? I think Jill and I will try and solve this puzzle real quick after you leave for just a minute, because she's almost
I can do it right now.
Well,
in just a second.
But he has to leave.
Why can't he just say?
Are you just about to do it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it like right
Did you
now.
figure it out?
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble here.
I'm gonna get really mad.
I'm gonna get really mad.
I want to make sure Telephone gets to see this.
Wait, how did you do? I don't understand.
It's Tadushrius, please.
Yeah, honestly, have some respect.
So I pushed this up here, and it made the other crate that was near the ladder. It made it go up when it hit the thing when I was already up there.
Go on.
Sorry, I have to reset this.
That's okay. We're just really angry.
And then
I'm gonna lose it.
Show you what I can do with that crate now.
Well, we got a walkthrough expert here. Show me where you can put that crate.
Oh my god!
Go to the next screen so that it saves.
That was pretty disrespectful what you just did.
You're
right
welcome.
there.
I'm pretty great.
Wait, what is this?
This is your mom.
Hold on a second. Okay. Nice.
Can you go up the elevator?
I don't know.
You probably have to hit it and then jump. Yeah. Nice.
Right.
Oh, that's got to be a save.
This has got to be. You've got to be good here.
Yay.
So let's be good.
Nicely done.
If we weren't, we'd know how to do it.
Look at the chapter. What's the chapter say? Just see how far we are.
Just what? Load chapter?
Yeah. Because I think we could choose the chapter then if we want to.
We're pretty far.
Dude, we're one more for sure.
Yeah, one more recording.
And we're done for sure, yeah.
Well, it went well.
That was big progress. Jill, I'm glad you're here.
It certainly helped that you have the smartest person on the team in the room.
Honestly.
Thanks for being here.
Thanks, guys, for saying that. Really, it means the world.